Hello, my loves. Today I'm trying something a little bit different, and I'm gonna try and make Pikachu, or at least what I think Pikachu would be like if he was to be in Baldur's Gate, because obviously we cannot make this little tiny cute baby, but more variation of like how I think he would translate over to Baldur's Gate. So we're gonna get into it. I haven't thought much about this, and like I thought a tiny bit, but I haven't looked too deeply into it. Usually I extensively plan. And like I've got like the background and the the vibe, but I haven't decided on what I'm going for yet. So I think the elf could be a good choice because perception, base racial speed, and maybe dark vision, not really though. It would just be like a cool thing, and then firebolt being like a basic thing for it. I also kind of want to go for tiefling because his ears are so iconic that I kind of want like the horns to be oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. I want his horns to be like the black like his ears are, and I think it could be like a fun way to kind of show like visuals of his character. So I personally am gonna go for tiefling, and honestly, you can pick and choose what you want with the race. I don't think there's really a race that is specifically perfect for him. I think this one is a little bit more open to interpretation than usual. This one also has a tail, so it's fitting. And then really, I don't know what I'd go for here. There's punish their enemies, possibly. Gifted with arcane magic, and then the wield fire and darkness. But I don't think that Pikachu's like from the hells. I don't think he's like that, like he can fight, but I don't think he's from the hells. Maybe he is, who knows. I'm probably gonna go with this one. Empowered with strength, channel searing flame to punish their enemies. And plus the tail's cute. Actually, I don't think the tail changes, does it? No, it doesn't. Anyway, this is the one I'm going to go for anyway. And then class I've thought about. We obviously want kind of lightning sort of theme here. So Druid I thought would be cool because if you want to do like an an evolution thing, I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. So you can kind of, evolve him as you play. That would be like a fun little hint towards him. And I can't remember which subclass it was. This one. Okay, so I'm thinking of going for Sorcerer, mostly because of the Storm Sorcery subclass. Gales and hurricanes and lightning. I know wind is wind is more of the vibe here, but I think it is the best option to kind of represent that like lightning like power. I think it's a cool little nod to that. Now background is a thing that I've thought about a lot because there's a few options here that could work. But I kind of want to go for a funny one because, hear me out, I was thinking criminal or urchin, and you might be thinking, what? But if you've read the manga, Pikachu like goes into this town and he's just stealing things until he's caught, and it's just like the townspeople are just chasing him around while he's just robbing everything from the town. And I just thought, like, that's so hilarious, and I just think it would be so funny to have like a nod to that as his background. I don't think he had a poor and bleak childhood, so I'm gonna go for criminal for the funsies of it, just because it makes me giggle. And then we shall do the appearance. Right. I don't know what I'm going for here. I want a cutesy face for starters. I'm not sure we have anything cutesy, but we will try our very, very best. Oh, I forgot I downloaded the NPC heads. I think this one is probably like the cutest that we can get. And then skin, we want to go for like a yellow tone. I think sulfur is like a really cute tone. It's great that it's like a relevant to the tiefling race as well. So it's kind of like sticking to the guns there, which is fun. I think that really is a good skin tone. I'm quite happy with that. And then freckles, he doesn't have freckles, but it adds a little bit of cuteness. So I am going to add some to him, just a few, just to make him extra cute. And then, though I don't think that scars are needed here, at least I personally won't use scars. And then we want to get his eyes. I feel like demonic white could work here, and hear me out, because of the way that his eyes sit, like black with the little white dots in the middle. I think this really depends like how accurate you want to go here, because you could just go for like black eyes, just like basic black eyes would be fine here. But I am really curious to see the demonic white, how it looks. But I can't find it. See, this is elf, and we're in the demonics, but we don't really... We have solid white, but it's not demonic. I could have swore that there was more demonic eyes. Like, am I insane? I think I might be, because I could have swore there were. I can't really see one that I like to work for what I was going with the black and white. So I think I'm gonna go for some just like basic black eyes. That is not basic black eyes. Just like that. I think that's probably the darkest we can get, so we'll go for that one. And then no tattoos. At least I don't think any would necessarily work here. And piercings, I would say would be a no-go. Lip tint, gotta have some pink lips going on. If we try red gold and just turn it up a bit, I'm thinking this may be a little bit too pink. I don't want it to look like lipstick, I just want it to be like a little, I don't know, just a little more pinked up, a little bit like, oh, that was a really bad colour choice there. Just kind of blend in a bit more and get like the cutesy little colour. I think this one, and then we just turn it down a bit. And then maybe put glossy on, just make it a little sweeter, maybe not that glossy. I'd say like 5 will do, 5 will be enough. And then hairstyle, we can get a bit creative here, because, you know, he does not have a hairstyle. So this is kind of like what you want to go for, what you'd interpret. I think this would be really, really cute. I really like this one, actually. It's Gortash's hair. It's one of the mods across all platforms. You can also have a Starian's hair if you really like. But I've put this Gortash hair on, and I'm like astounded by how pretty it is. So I'm kind of amazed. Kind of just I'm sorry. I'm astounded because I'm so happy that, like, usually I have to sit through hair for like 10 minutes because I just can't decide. It takes me like 10 years and I chose that time. This is good for me. I want to try it with some yellow highlights, but honestly, I like it just like plain black. You can't even see the highlights. Where even are the highlights? I don't think there are any in the hair. So we don't need to do that, I suppose. So we'll just leave highlights, and then we can do the horns. Okay, I've been excited for this bit, because this is kind of like where I want to show off his ears. So we want something quite pointy. I think they're a little bit too small. They're good, but I kind of want them more like prominent. I'm thinking maybe that they kind of sit in a similar way too, which is very cool to have. This one too. I'd say this one or this one. To be honest, if we're like trying to go for the accuracy of his ears here. I actually can't decide. What do we think? I think these ones just look a bit better. The other ones look a little bit excessive. So I'm gonna go for this one. And then we have to do the colours. Now, which bit are we on? We want to kind of blend into the skin here. If we can get close to the skin colour. I'd say we're in like the right area for it. We're not going to get an exact match on it because I just don't think that it's possible. I think this yellow is pretty good, blends in pretty well, kind of represents Pikachu pretty nicely. I'm pretty happy with that. And then if we go to the top of the horns, we just want to go black. They're not as black as like I want the tips to be, really. We could try it with another one, but the yellow is much more prominent. But like you can definitely see the black, and if you like have access to mods, like make the tips of horns a bit more prominent, I think it'll look cool. But honestly, I'm really happy with how it looks. I'm actually like, this has gone better than I thought it would. I'm pretty happy with him. I think he's super cute. So this is what I think Pikachu would be like in Baldur's Gate. But thank you so much for watching. Please do let me know if you want more Pokemon or completely random things like Pokemon, and I will deliver. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.